the CDF General guided us that we must thank for people for the good works. I can only say, today in the morning, we had prayers here at King of Kings led by Bishop Cyrus, and were taught Psalms 34, 1-4, to thank people who do good to you. Second, I thank my colleague and I and others, UPDF, for choosing Greater Mbarara to host this 42nd birthday of UPDF. Third, the theme, sacrifice and socio-economic transformation. The sacrifice, the CDF talked about it and others. The socio-economic transformation started here in Stock Farm, and the president talked about it in his book called From Obwiriza to Amatafari. For those who can get it, you will read it. But last and not least, before I invite my colleagues, thank you, UPDF, thank you, Mr. President, for giving us a modern stadium, and our youth, the 80% population of our region, will do the exercises even much better. And I'm happy the Minister of Education is here. And when I was engaging Honorable Wanjusi Siaba, he even mentioned that with authority from Minister of Education, they could even do better, Honorable Mama. With those few words,
and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, allow me to join others to welcome you here today to this 42nd anniversary of our Tarehe Sita. Your Excellency, you are most welcome. Allow me also to welcome the First Lady, Mama Honorable Janet Museveni, and the Minister of Education and Sports. The Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, the First Vice Chairman of NRM, the Third Deputy Prime Minister, colleagues, ministers, members of Parliament, the permanent secretaries who are here, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Chief of Defense Forces, the general officers, religious leaders, NRM leaders, RDCs, chairpersons of districts, the UPDF family, and the veterans, and all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me, Your Excellency, to make the greatest shortcut, because I'm not going to read my speech. After all, what has been mentioned by the CDF and the CPC is what we have been doing here since we came to this region. Your Excellency, just allow me to welcome you all and thank you for joining our gallant National Army, UPDF, and the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs in commemorating this year's National Tarehe Sita celebrations here in Mbarara City. Your Excellency, we are here to, just as a repeat, to recognize the sacrifice of the founders of the People's Revolution that has ushered in the socio-economic transformation in this country. Your Excellency, I congratulate you for having today been recognized as our hero. Your Excellency, I congratulate you, sir. Your Excellency, allow me to inform you that amidst us we have notable people who have not been recognized. And allow me to start with the Right Honorable, with the Chief Justice.
And we are doing a commendable work. Your Excellency, as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, we thank you for having brought us, the civilians, closer to the armed forces, that we have started working hand in hand. And as I speak, we are partnering with the UPDF, especially the Engineering Brigade and the NEC, who are doing the construction. And we also thank you for having empowered us to enter into construction, which we have been doing, but not physically, until recently. You gave us more work by constructing the headquarters of the Electoral Commission at Lubowa. We thank you so much, Your Excellency. We offer to build a approximately minus plus 1 kilometer perimeter wall for Kacheka Stadium in commemoration of the 42nd Tare Sita celebrations. Your Excellency, we want to add value, because I remember those old days, I'm sure, when you used to play in this stadium, it used to be a little bigger than what it is now. But with the time, sometimes some neighbors could keep encroaching on it. And I feel that once we put a perimeter wall, it will be a permanent solution to this problem. I would have loved to talk the local language so that the community can hear, but I have the CEO who is in charge of management also to confirm my word, but especially in the local language so that the locals can also hear.
The interactions enabled UPDF commanders and commissars to share experience with the population, especially the young people, women groups, and veterans on a number of issues affecting their well-being, and identified some of the way forward. Your Excellency, allow me to thank and salute the team of these senior officers from the Commissariat and CIMIC who were very instructive in this political interaction. In Mbarara district, in Mbarara city, we had Colonel Justice Rukundo. You can stand up and you get recognized with your team. Mbarara district, Colonel Ibrahim Kedi with a big team. Rwampara district, Colonel William Rubarema and team. Isinjiro district, Colonel Deo Karikona and team. Ibanda district, Colonel Gilbert Owamagezi and team. Chiruhura district, Lieutenant Colonel Sam Ntungura and team. Kazo district, Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Mutebi and team. Ntungamo district, Major Stephen Vyaruhanga and team. Your Excellency, as the MC has already indicated, there was an ideological orientation seminar for youth and student leaders from the 8 districts that make Greater Mbarara district. The seminar commenced on 27th and ended last evening, and this was hosted at Mbarara High School. Your Excellency, these young people have been largely empowered. They are over there in that platform. As our routine, Your Excellency, the Defense Forces Week was spiced by very colorful and all-inclusive sports activities that included a mini marathon around the city, football and netball matches that were held at Mbarara High School playground. The matches were a win-win affair because all teams won trophies and earned themselves bulls. But suffice to say, as a civic gesture, the Mbarara United football team was the first and the UPDF was the best runner-up. Scholastic materials are to be distributed in all schools as schools now have opened. The UPDF has used this opportunity of the Defense Forces Week to renew our commitment to defend and protect the people and the country through interacting with the public, veterans, who added their grain of sand to the political freedom enjoyed today across the country. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Defense Forces Organizing Committee, allow me to extend our most sincere appreciation to those institutions and individuals for their role in this year's Defense Forces activities for the success so far. I want to salute the members of Parliament of Uganda, especially those from Greater Mbarara, those of Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, and our own representatives of UPDF. Your Excellency, we salute the ministers who, out of their busy schedule, honored our invitation to officiate national district launches and yesterday's handover ceremonies. The local leaders of this region, Your Excellency, deserve a big applause because they jubilantly received the UPDF. We felt really as being honored as birthday guys. The Defense Organizing Committee and Top Management Committee, we salute you. Our engineers, technicians, doctors, medical staff, and all the officers and militants who have made this exercise a success. Lastly, Your Excellency, I beg for your permission to allow my colleague, the Chief of Civil Military Cooperation, unveil to you the many supportive donations that we have received during this particular Defense Forces Week and Tarehe Sita, marking our 42nd anniversary. I beg.
Iwe munywani wanje omugisha ngugu n'abesigwa Real Estates Limited abari kusanga muri Katete Kampala Mbarara aha Silver Plaza Building first floor oyinde plot nogiguza ninga noyenda kugura noyenda famu ninga noyenda kikari manyaba nibo besigwa bonka omuri Mbarara Western yona ori Kampala ninga shojya heru n'abesigwa nibo bonka abari kuguza kintu ekitari mumbeho yona ninga cyo kweta ngo n'ecyamazumi ecyo rize gukora n'iki munywani wanje batera hasi mweze 0 mukaga nkaga nemwe nshanzu ni 5 ashatu nina ningashi 0 rina mushanzu 0 anana munana tested and trusted never squad.